married Frederick Schoff. He was in charge of a company called the Still Flexible Shaft Company. For our wedding day, he gave me a beautiful music box that still plays beautiful music today. We had 7 children, 4 boys and 3 girls. One morning, while reading the newspaper, I learned of an 8-year-old girl named Annie who was arrested and put in prison for setting her house on fire. The judge had put the child in jail with adults and older criminals. The more I read of this, the more angered I became. I looked at my own little girls who were playing nearby. Suppose one of them had set the fire. What would become of this child? Children were tried in the criminal courts, waiting in cages with adult criminals. There were 500 children from ages 6 to 16 from the Philadelphia County prison. Throughout the state, there were about 3,000 children accused of crimes, many similar to Annie. If one girl had been judged, there were many others in a similar position. How important is a hog? The government is interested in hogs. It maintains a department in which experts experiment and labor and send out information to farmers through the land upon the raising, the feeding, and the diseases of hogs. Why? Does the government think it worthwhile to maintain a department to treat farmers in the care of hogs and not to care for their children? How important is a hog? Now that woke up the government. I convinced the judge to place Annie in a good home. Then I set about changing how children were treated in the justice system. In 1901, bills passed to establish a juvenile court system with separate detention homes and a system of probation officers. During the first 8 years, I observed almost every session of the new court. I pushed for similar systems in Pittsburgh and assisted in several states and Canada. I was honored to be the first woman ever to address Parliament, Canada's Congress. The way to cure children was to cure adults. I demanded that the department extend its work to adults on behalf of the children. The National Congress of Mothers branched out into local organizations forming parent-teachers, or PTAs. I even got President Theodore Roosevelt to serve on an advisory board. These PTAs shared a common interest, the desire to do something for the children. In 1915, I wrote The Wayward Child, a book about disobedient children and how to protect them in the court system. You protect them by treating them as children, not adults. Annie became a grown woman. She never stayed in a reformatory but was given a real home. She graduated from normal school and was chosen from one of 600 girls in the state to work as the school's assistant principal where she worked until she retired. That is what ought to happen. It is just what I would want to happen if it had been my little girl. I'm not the most famous person ever, but I did change the course of history and the lives of many, many children. Hannah lived until 1940 and passed away at age 87. I am her great-great-granddaughter. Thank you.
Thank you.